Dear Eva, the floor is yours.
Hello, good morning, everybody. Good morning from a sunny and beautiful Barcelona in Spain. Just to introduce myself, I'm Eva Ballerin, and I've been over 30 years working in tourism, hospitality, and restaurants. I'm an expert in trends and strategy. And today I would like to tell you why I think that 2021 is a transition period. We have changed a lot. Socially, we are COVID-19 and social distancing have changed consumer behavior, our behavior as consumers, bringing structural changes to the restaurant industry that could last long after a vaccine is found. The impact of the pandemic has created permanent change in our attitudes and experiences as employees or as customers. None of us will be quite the same again. Some of the main eating trends that have changed are these ones. First of all, sustainable consumption has become an even greater need during the crisis, that it's likely to have a lasting impact. A reduced consumption as well, a preference for mid-range and traditional goods. Consumers seek balance between safety, trust, and price. We have a preference from traditional and local brands. There is an acceleration of healthy eating trends, flexitarianism, alternative protein, moderation, and last, consumers are seeing a link between health and food. And this link will remain after the pandemic has ended and presents great opportunities for more collaboration between food and the healthcare industries. But the industry, as I was telling you before, it's just coming into a transition period. We are facing this period, this new era, towards a new context that we don't know what it will be like. The length of this period of change will depend on the time it takes to develop, test, and disseminate a vaccine or to acquire collective immunity. What do we have to do in this transition period, in this year 2021? Let me give you some tips. First one, adapt operations to enable reopening and commercial viability, repair the value chain, reduce portfolio complexity and optimize functions. Second, be as light and efficient as possible, restructuring and converting the points of sale into high-performance machines. Third, avoid risk of lost opportunities. If business only focus on biosafety protocols, without rethinking sales channels and strategy. COVID is now replacing the focus on operations and cost, and that can get us in a risk of lost opportunities. And the last one, not just adapt to the new normal, but do so with ecological and ethical responsibility. We all want that. There is something very interesting, and it is the blurring of market boundaries. Long-standing boundaries and constraints that have traditionally determined the evolution of business are dissolving. They are allowing new ecosystem possibilities to flourish and create new value through increasingly productive and sophisticated model of both collaboration and competition. We are facing a lot of new models. And with these new business models, with these new collaborations to share risk, to co-develop and cooperate in concepts that are less risky, that involve less labor, that offer higher margins and better meet the needs of younger diners and, of course, a struggling economy all over. Let me share with you some of these new businesses that are blurring our boundaries of the industry. Automated cafeterias at gas stations, restaurants at supermarkets, coffee bars at press kiosks, cocktail bars at hairdresser salons or barber shops, convenience menus at bakeries, coffee shops at bookstores or at bank offices or at museums, healthy restaurants at gyms or sport facilities, tasting services at delicatessen shops, and so on and on and on. These are new businesses coming out of new business ecosystems. And this is a great phenomenon, which is the dark kitchens. This is probably one of the topics that we've been talking more over the last month. The expansion of these dark kitchens or ghost kitchens is driven by delivery frictionless and cashless operations, lower investment and require cheaper real estate, and of course, the expansion of this business is thank you as well to the rise of digital habits. It is a business with a low entry and exit barriers and with a high growing demand. These new ghost kitchen spaces are popping up now in dense urban metros, but they are gonna win more space in small rural towns that will have their own ghost kitchens very soon. Some are the competitive factors that make this business on the spot of many entrepreneurs are growing demand, safer, the business operations are safer for staff and customers, it requires less space, it is much more cost effective than the traditional model, and it offers great flexibility. Into this dark kitchen or ghost kitchen sector, they are getting in new chefs and entrepreneurs because, of course, it's much cheaper for them to start a first concept. Small restaurants eager to expand are using ghost kitchens as well, avoiding the high costs of starting a traditional or brick-and-mortar restaurant. And the established chains are doing as well as food truck owners too. But there is a very interesting new, let's say, interest on this ghost kitchen, and it comes from content creators and influencers. High-profile content creators, including food magazines, influencers, celebrity chefs, are turning their fame into food with personality and brand-driven ghost kitchens. Let me give you an example. Rachel Bay. She's a TV presenter and an American writer. She hosts the Rachel Ray Show. She has her own magazine, and now she has her own ghost kitchen delivering her own branded food. Of course, our dear Rachel has 4.3 million followers on Twitter and 1 million followers on Instagram. And there she is with her ghost kitchen. Not only new businesses are on the spot, but the traditional brick and mortar businesses are as well interesting to analyze and to see what's going on with them. The first thing is a space redesign. The brick and mortar experience reinvent itself for an unknown future with a new client sensitivity and needs. How is it doing it? First thing, prioritizing in safety and security, with post-COVID safety equipment and practices, looking for health, increasing sanitation and hygiene, regular disinfection of everything. This is the first thing we are doing. It's just focusing on safety and security. After this increased sanitation, we are as well focusing on HVAC, on heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, because it has never been more important as a critical tool in helping to slow the spread of the disease. We are as well focusing on protective equipment and supplies for the social distancing. And as well, we are working on this temperature check and monitoring of employees and customers in the unit. Brick and mortar restaurants, apart from this safety and security target, they have to work on profitability. The first thing is to have a most efficient floor plan. Part of the new financial model will be more efficient floor plans. More efficient floor plans to emphasize comfort and health and accommodate social distancing and decreased capacity. Second thing we are going to do towards profitability is redefine the menu differentiation. The new menus will be based on value, experience, convenience, and safety. More efficient and profitable menus. We're gonna simplify. And simplification of menu involves fewer moving parts and the ability to be significantly more productive. This requires less labor, fewer deliveries, lower waste, and improved execution. We have to eliminate some of the emotional decisions that create broad and complex menu that are too big for restaurants to execute profitability and consistently, and results in too many ingredients that only have one use. These menu simplifications, we can attack it by a more optimization efforts that include reducing the SKU use, the stock keeping unit, highlighting core items, and launching safer LTOs, limited time offers.
Καλημέρα σε όλους.
The menu
Βρισκόμαστε ενώπιον.
Right, thank you. I just felt some interruption over there. As I was telling you, taking the emotion out of the decision making, taking out all this heart and putting more brain into the decisions we make on our menu. Brick-and-morter restaurants, they need to work on new revenue streams. Proprietary restaurant items, restaurant groceries, self-chef experiences, and on plus, add all the off-premise dining. The delivery, the takeout, the drive-through, the curbside pick-out, whatever it takes to increase profitability. Meal kits are also coming in very strong, and meal kits, they are part now of this new offer of delivery. Delivery is not just sending the food that we do in the restaurant, that we cook, produce in a restaurant to somebody else's location, but we are thinking in better creative ways to deliver an experience together with this food. We see that restaurant at home experiences, we see the last touch at home experiences, and of course, as I was telling you, the meal kits. Finally, just let me point on digitalization and technology as a way to better cost effectiveness and safety. Let's focus digital and technology on safety. Again, safety. This is one of our main topics now. Trends focus on technology that seamlessly deliver safe, convenient, and frictionless experiences. We'll see more and more the incorporations of different devices, of protocol systems, on everything that is related to the low-touch economy. We'll see as well in digitalization an investment in specialized software. From kitchen automation to sophisticated staff and operations management systems, back of the house technology will shape the industry management. An integrated ecosystem of digital cloud solutions that fit with right data and easy and effective scorecard that allows an agile decision making. This is what digitalization is about at the back office, to have a great digital ecosystem and to work with business intelligence to make our decisions. And finally, digitalization as well will help us very much in our relation with our community, with our clients. We need to keep them engaged. We have many much tools than ever, and we are ready and willing to use it. The pandemic has showed many weaknesses in the architecture of many business operations. While lean and efficient, they were inflexible and difficult to adapt to a rapidly changing environment. This crisis has largely inflicted severe damage on the industry, with entire supply chains experiencing. And this situation has forced change to consumers' eating and shopping behavior that has brought us this transition period that I've been explaining you, that leads to our industry, that leads our industry to a deep transformation. What comes next is unknown by all of us, but it's almost certainly volatile. To prepare for this, I see two imperatives: adapt operations, focus on business, revenue, and consumer comfort, and definitely increase resilience. Thank you very much.